obviously we see you on Strictly coming up with these beautiful routines, but this, we're talking theatre here with lots of people. It's a very different kind of task, isn't it?
It was very intimidating at first. I mean, to think that you get to choreograph about 20 numbers in one act. And when we started, I went like strictly crazy with the choreographies. I had the lifts and I was chucking myself all over. And then I got to the studio and they were like, no, we are singers, we are not dancers. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to change the whole thing. But it was really nice because they were so nice to me and they were very accommodating to me as well.
So how long did you have to teach singers and actors new dance routines?
Yeah, we had 3 weeks. So I had an assistant, which is James Bennett, and he was working with them 2 weeks before I came in. And basically, it's a revue musical, so it's not one that you're going to get there and you're going to get a storyline. It's all about the music, and it's all about having fun and feeling like you're in a jazz bar.
I tell you what I like about the way your career is going, is we know you, of course, as a dancer in Strictly Come Dancing with huge viewership. But lately I've seen you presenting the One Show. Yeah. Of course, you're being a judge on The Greatest Dancer. It seems to be like you're spreading your wings, literally.
I'm trying. Wherever the window's opening, I'm pushing myself through it and trying. I'm kind of dipping my toes in as much as I can to really see what I can do, what I'm good at. I did the One Show, and I think I was so nervous. Every time we went to a VT, I had tissues in my armpits. I was like, oh, Alex, help me. And she was like, you're all right, you've got this. And it was really nice. And I think presenting in itself, you watch it and we watch you guys and you do such a good job, but we don't realize that it's so difficult. And while you're looking at me smiling, there's somebody talking in your ear going, stop half of talking. So all of that it's fresh and it's new.
You see, you say that and you go out on Strictly. The scariest thing in the world for me. Yes. I mean, and you're so composed, you're on it, you're confident. You'd never in a million years think you felt that way.
I get so nervous on Strictly. I think with that is that you are physically dancing with someone. I've been dancing for about 25 years and I know what I'm doing, but it's about taking what I've learned in 25 years and giving it to someone in 3 days.
Did your parents, though, know that you were going to be a good dancer? Did they approve of you being a dancer?
Yes. So my mom was the one who put me into dance school when I was 4, and she opened a school for me and my sisters, because in South Africa in those days it was really difficult for young black girls to actually dance and compete. But she was driven and I love her for that. And she always wanted us to be a dancer until we got to university. Because she was like, after university, then you study and then you stop with the dancing. And we were like, no,
but
we live in the country. Now she's happy. She's like, oh, I see, because BBC Strictly plays in South Africa. But there was a transition where she was like, I can't believe my daughter's leaving the country. Like, I left South Africa, I left the life that I had created, and I was just following a dream.
I mean, that is incredible, though, for your mum to have been able to give you that education.
Yes.
But you were going to be...
See my mum?
But you were going to be a civil engineer, weren't you? Because
so
your parents were professional people.
Yeah, so that's what my mom originally wanted for me. So it's not just me. By the way, my mom had to go through this a lot. All my sisters, we left. So my first sister was going to do law. She moved to Germany. Second one is still doing engineering. And she graduated today. Yes, for her.
That's good.
Yes. And then I was going to do engineering. So I studied, I started working. And then one day I was just like, oh, I hate this. I really don't like this. I miss dancing. I just want to teach people. I want to compete. And at that time, I just wanted to be world champion or German or European champion. And I just came home one day and I was like, Mom, I think I'm going to save my money and I'm going to move to Germany. Wow. And she's like, what? No. And I was like, yeah, I think that's what I want. And I met my partner, who was my boyfriend, who's now my husband, 6 months later, and never looked back since.
It's incredible.
And how does he deal with the whole Strictly and this curse that we all hear about now? How do you both deal with that?
That was fun. So we did Strictly Germany together. So he did it a season before me, and then he came on after, and then I moved to the UK. But he kind of is like a real macho man. He talks like this, and he's got his East European accent, and he's always just like, just don't touch my wife unless you have to. That's it. It's like, unless you really have to, don't do it. And then, like, he'll give them that firm handshake, like, I watch you. I see what you're doing.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, you have her. And then later on, it's me. So
you quite like that, don't you?
I love it.
The same about him.
It's sexy. When you're standing there and your man is, like, threatening your dance partner, you're like, yes, baby. Yes, that's my man. I love it. I don't even stop him. I remember when he met Graham, and Graham is like one of my best friends now, but he knew nothing about me, and he came with a big bouquet of flowers. And he's like, oh, Oti, I'm so excited for our journey. And out of nowhere, my husband just came and took this whole bouquet out. And he's like, she's allergic to flowers. And I'm like, smiling. So
Are you allergic to flowers?
Yeah, which works for him. But I never got flowers again from Graham.
Oti, just quickly, because we're running out of time, but there was, as there always is with two women on a panel in any show, it's like, well, they can't get along.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened with you and Cheryl. You clearly do get along,
Yes,
isn't
we
that
do.
correct? Yes.
You know what?
that.
I love working with her, and I think somebody like Cheryl, who's been in the business for so long and she's still working,
Yeah.
I have so much to learn from her and so much respect for her.
Well, Oti, thank you so much. We've run out of time. Ain't Misbehavin, Southwark Playhouse from Friday 19th of April to the 1st of June.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you.
Thank you
Oti,
so
ladies
much.
and gentlemen.